Hello, I'm Amy Zaley with the Jerusalem Connection Report for Friday, September 29th. This is a red alert. Danske Bank, the BDS movement, and its tentacles. Last week, I celebrated the failure of BDS movement's outcomes in 2017, noting various legislative gains to make practices illegal, or at least doing business with organizations that practice BDS illegal. So too, the state of New Jersey has anti-BDS legislation on its books, yet it continues to do business with the Danske Bank of Denmark. New York has already blacklisted this bank from its state rolls. The bank has actively divested from 2 Israeli companies, and as such, Florida, New York, Illinois, Colorado, and several other states have blacklisted it and applied their anti-BDS laws to that organization. Officials in New Jersey are arguing that their law differs in what discriminatory practices is, and it is not in violation. The lawyers are going to have to argue this one out, but for all of those who understand the spirit of the law, this seems highly unusual and pretty obvious. Not to mention that a spokesman for the Danske Bank has publicly said that they support clients who are doing business in Iran currently. Keep in mind, Iran is a state sponsor of terrorism and, of course, blacklisted by the U.S. State Department. In other news, a state senator running for governor in Illinois has dropped its running mate after only being on a ticket together for 1 week. Senator Biss just dropped his running mate, Ramirez Rosa, a Chicago area politician, because of his stance on the BDS movement. Ramirez Rosa has at one point verbally denounced BDS, but at other times failed to vote in support of anti-BDS legislation, at least in Chicago. Moreover, he is a member of the Democratic Socialists for America, who does, on its books, endorse BDS activities. In his statement, Senator Biss, a mathematician and a Jewish American who is a progressive, noted, quote, "Growing up with an Israeli mother, grandparents who survived the Holocaust and great-grandparents who did not survive, issues related to the safety and security of the Jewish people are deeply personal to me." He went on to say, "I strongly support a two-state solution. I support Israel's right to exist, and I support Israel as a homeland to the Jewish people. I also care deeply about justice for the Palestinians and economic freedom for Palestinians. That is why I oppose the boycott, divest, and sanction movement called BDS. I believe it moves us further away from a peaceful solution." Now, this statement earned Biss the unusual support of a Republican who he may be running against for governorship in the coming year. Oddly enough, though, Representative Brad Schneider, a Democrat from Illinois, a Jewish Chicago area member of Congress, dropped his endorsement of Biss, but now he's joined into the crowd of 9 running for the Democratic nomination. Other legal updates this week, including Canada, a Jewish student group who supports Israel and demonstrated its affection for Israel last year, was banned from participating on a campus event because of its affection for Israel. It sued the university and won with an undisclosed settlement, but the point is that on the books, their exclusion was noted as discriminatory. In Spain, a judge denied 2 municipal motions for BDS actions, calling them, quote, racist. In recent weeks, I talked about various German municipalities who are making great headway in cracking down on BDS in their borders. Berlin's Mayor Mueller is now under tremendous pressure as he is being accused of not doing enough in his city. Various research and watchdog groups have noted an uptick in anti-Semitism across Germany, and as Berlin is the incubator of the Holocaust, as some would say, it needs to be a beacon of light for changing its ways and its perspective. Citing the examples of both Munich and Frankfurt, social media pressure on Mueller has been asking him to do more to quell BDS activities in his city and to quell anti-Semitism. Mueller remains under this scrutiny, and he is being called out to do more. And citing those examples of Frankfurt and Munich notwithstanding, he is maybe starting to see the light. Last month, he, in response to an IDF attack which killed a soldier in Israel, lit up the city gates with the colors of the Israeli flag. Mueller has made other steps, and let's hope even more, to win the hearts and minds of his electorate, or he may be out of a job. So as it goes, the BDS movement affects politics at both the local level in the Midwest of the United States and in international historic cities in Europe. It makes for strange bedfellows, for sure, but the tentacles reach wide, and it remains a clamoring voice on the world stage. And we here at the Jerusalem Connection will continue to inform you of what's going on so that you can pray and take your own action. Shavua Tov, have a great week, and Shabbat Shalom.